in Childersburg for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. That is Curtis & Son Funeral Home. Graveside funeral service for Vicki Smith, age 61, of Sylacauga, will be Saturday at 1 p.m. from Evergreen Memorial Cemetery. Ms. Smith died on April the 4th. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Frank Lewis Hubbard of Talladega will be Monday at 2 o'clock, April the 11th, at First Presbyterian Church in Talladega, with Pastor Leanne Scarborough officiating. Interment in the Hubbard Cemetery in Renfro. Visitation Sunday from 2 until 4 at the funeral home, Ursery Funeral Home, Talladega, directing. Celebration of life, remembering the life of Mr. Wesley Lee Best Jr., age 43, of Talladega, will be Saturday, April the 9th at 11 a.m. from Jennifer Cemetery, with Pastor Nathaniel Smith officiating. Public viewing for Mr. Best will be today, 3 till 7, with the funeral family hour from 3 until 4, all at S.M. Goodson Funeral Home. Professional services entrusted to S.M. Goodson Funeral Home and Crematory in Talladega. Rex Alvin Morrison, age 90, died April the 5th. And graveside service will be Saturday at 1 o'clock from Macedonia Primitive Baptist Church Cemetery, with Joey Peters officiating. Visitation is tonight, 6 till 8 o'clock at Talladega Funeral Home. Talladega Funeral Home directing that service. S.M. Goodson Funeral Home and Crematory in Talladega announcing the funeral arrangements for Mr. Martin O.E. Leonard, age 36. Mr. Leonard died Tuesday, April the 5th. S.M. Goodson Funeral Home and Crematory announcing. Memorial service for Mr. Robert Hoyt of Rockford will be April the 12th at noon from Armour's Memorial Chapel in Alexander City. Armour's Memorial Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mr. Austin Sherwin Buck Hall, age 85, of Wetumpka, will be Saturday, April the 9th at 2 p.m. from the Chapel of Randy Funeral Home in Alexander City. Randy Anderson officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family will receive friends on Saturday from 12:30 to 1:30 at the funeral home. Mr. Hall died Thursday, March 31st at his residence. He was a military veteran, United States Air Force for 23 years, serving in both the Vietnam and Korean Wars. Randy Funeral Home, Alexander City, in charge of the arrangements. This obituary report this morning, courtesy of Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since the mid-70s. It's Curtis & Son Funeral Home, 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since 1975. It's Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.